YouTube, this is Cover the Credits! We're back with more trailers. And this time, we have World of Warcraft.
Just Warcraft.
Oh, it's
movie's just Warcraft.
Just Warcraft. My bad.
Second trailer. This one has come out more recently, obviously, than the first one. That's why it's the second. But as some of these movie trailers come out, we're starting to see more of when the first trailer comes out, some of the editing, like the CG work and the things that are added later, aren't always at their best point. So when the next trailer comes out, sometimes they look better each time. Personally, I've seen this one before. Personally, this looks head and shoulders above what the first one looked like. I was worried that things weren't. It was not going to look good. And this one gives me a little more hope for it. But we shall see, and we'll begin. Well, that's good. It's for appropriate audiences.
We've had peace in these lands for many years now. But one of our villages burned
This statue.
Nerd.
Medheave? I don't know.
An invasion.
Warcraft.
If we do not unite to fight this enemy, our world will perish.
Saving the world is not a one-man job.
We fight together or we die together.
You'll have me to protect you.
I need no one to protect me.
Does that bother you?
What?
That she looks like doesn't look like the rest of the orcs at all?
She's a half-breed, isn't she?
I think that's what the issue is, but
She's Thrall and Janna's kid.
Ah.
Even though I could never figure out how that worked.
Will destroy us all.
Dwarves.
But together, we might stand a chance.
I didn't think about her being a half-breed. That makes sense then.
Do it now!
Hey, thanks.
When does this movie take place in the Warcraft thematic
I have no
universe?
idea. I have no idea. I mean, I'm thinking it's early because obviously there isn't anything thematically before this. So I'm thinking they're making this early in whatever kind of storyline they want to do. I imagine this is going to turn into a trilogy if this is successful.
Or is it just they're going completely off canon?
I think it's a mix of both. I think it's going to be some that they're going to be on canon, and some that they're not, because they obviously want to make things. They obviously want to make things noticeable enough and recognizable enough for the people who play the game to be like, you know what I mean? They're going to do that. That's a huge. It's got to be a point. It's got to be a point that some of the stuff is noticeable and recognizable enough that people are going to be like, I know this place. Like, you recognize the statue, you thought at least. Or at least you have a couple ideas of who the statue is.
Yeah, I think
right
it's
at the beginning.
Khadgar.
And, like...
And it's obviously Stormwind.
Yeah, okay, sure. That's the reason, like, when you're like, that's Khadgar, I'm like, nerd! I never played World of Warcraft. I watched you play it a little bit way back in the day.
You should have played.
Way back in the day.
I tried to get you to play. You would have been addicted.
Maybe. But, I just...
This is an interesting sort of thing.
Do you agree, though, that it doesn't look that bad now?
It doesn't look that bad.
I think it's gotten. The CG is getting better each trailer. The orcs don't look as
crazy,
weird and cartoonish, because they did look really weird the first time. The landscape to me looks amazing, and the first time it was like kind of off a little. What do you think? Are you looking forward to this at all?
It's been one of those movies that I'm looking forward to for a while, but it's like...
You don't know how much to put into it.
I don't know how much to put into it.
Yeah, because it's like...
back in the day, I was a huge Warcraft nerd.
Yeah.
Huge Warcraft nerd. I mean, I read... Like, Warcraft 2 came with a book, like, this thick. That was full of, like... I mean, it was obviously the instruction manual for the game, but it also had, like, a bunch of lore and a bunch of stuff. And
before we continue there,
times.
yes, this thick, but with a video game, that's extremely thick, because normally you get a pamphlet.
Yeah.
I mean...
And like I said, there, and my WoW years were interesting.
Yeah.
Honestly,
But the war continued.
Yeah, and it's one of those. And everyone knocks World of Warcraft, and it's like, oh well, it's the crazy nerds, and that's true.
And there
but
are
I
the
will say that
extremes.
never in my life have I met so many interesting people from so many divergent walks of life. People from other countries, people who are poor, people who are rich, doctors, lawyers, accountants, girls who work sex hotlines, bus drivers. And it's a something you never see anywhere else.
Yeah, especially now. Like, the communities, like, some gaming communities are vast, but the connectivity isn't there like it was for World of Warcraft. The constant connectivity. Like, people lived in that world more than some of them lived in their own world.
Mm-hmm.
So, we'll see. I'm looking forward to it. I hope it does well, mainly because, well, two reasons. One, it does look interesting. Two, this is kind of the first big video game movie. Assassin's Creed comes out at the end of the year, but we still haven't seen a trailer for it yet. When this hits, and if it does well, this is one step closer to getting a Halo or something good. Because they still have that weird thing about, well, video game movies usually suck.
I think this movie's going to be kind of bad. That's my feel.
I hope not.
But Blizzard just bought their own studio
But
to
this
make
was
television
pre-that.
shows
This was
and
pre-that.
movies. So yeah, I'm interested to see what Blizzard rolls out with. Honestly,
Yeah.
because I think if they made like a Warcraft cartoon or Starcraft cartoon, I think that could be really awesome.
It has to be careful because the landscape of cartoons aren't what they used to be. Well, I don't know who some of the cartoons that are out now are aimed at. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, are these is this aimed for an adult? Sure, okay, well, that might narrow down where you're going to put it. But I'm like, to me, if they're going to do it, they should put it Netflix or something like that over putting it on TV, because TV seems like such a that roll of the dice.
Anymore.
Not really. I mean, I watch it for sports and some crappy news.
Cable.
I know. The only reason I'd have cable is ESPN and one or two stations.
Speaking of bad cable shows,
Uh-oh.
I watched the pilot episode of Winona Earp.
I heard
My God,
I had a couple of people telling me that they were looking
I
forward
love
to it.
sci-fi shows, and holy God, that was bad.
I heard it was pretty sketchy.
Holy God, that was bad.
Heard it was
And I
really
love terrible
sketchy.
sci-fi shows, and that was too much for me.
Yeah. Well, let us know what you think, if you're looking forward to Warcraft or not. And I mean, I'm gonna plan on going to see it. I don't know if.
No, why not?
Who knows? So, until next time.
Thanks for staying to left the credits.